YouTube? It's your boy, the Memphis XLR8, back at you another episode of Check This Out, where we check out whatever deck we want to be taking ourselves a look at, and have ourselves a good time on good old EDO Pro. Today, everybody, we're taking a look at the second half of our Smile Sorcerer special. Last time we tried an Exodia variant. Now, we got ourselves more of a modernized, sort of combo-esque version of the deck, but we're still trying to bring out Smile Sorcerer, still trying to use this effect to draw a bunch of cards. And we do have some odd eyes to supplement that because that doesn't interrupt the Smile Sorcerer's effect. But we're more focused on like summoning out big things from the extra deck this time around. So we're going to give that a shot and see how it go. We got a deck that's very combo-y, does many different combos and wombos. Sometimes they're little and sometimes they're absolutely ginormous. So we're going to go into today's episode and show off the deck, show you how it works, have ourselves a good time. So real quick, the deck list as we do, and then right into the duels. So for our main deck today, we got 2 copies of the Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon, 2 copies of the titular Smile Sorcerer. We have 1 copy of Performapal Laugh Maker for some potential OTK action. We have things like Odd Eyes Dissolver for fusions. We have 2 copies of Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, 1 copy of Astrograph Sorcerer, 3 copies of Chronograph Sorcerer, 1 Monkey Board, 1 copy of Odd Eyes Butler, 1 Skullcrabat Joker. We have a Black Fang Magician, 3 copies of Performapal Gentrude, 2 copies of Performapal Pendulum Sorcerer, 2 copies of Harmonizing Magician, 1 copy of Time Gazer Magician, 3 copies of Performapal Lady Ange, 2 copies of Odd Eyes Synchron. We have 2 copies of Smile World, 3 copies of Duelist Alliance, a Terraforming and a Monster Born, Soulful Pendulum, and 3 copies of Sky Iris. As for the extra deck, we have things like Masquerena, Beyond the Pendulum, 1 copy of Celine the Queen, 1 copy of Nightmare Unicorn, Accesco Tarker, Unchained Abomination, our Mech Knight Crusadia Avuramax, 1 copy of Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon, 1 copy of Metavis Horus, 1 Ignister Prominence, the Blasting Draco Slayer, 1 Draco Berserker of the Tenyi, 1 Borlode Savage Dragon, 1 Trishula Dragon of the Ice Barrier, 1 Baron de Fleur, and last but not least, Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon. The side deck is mostly just, little text here and there, other Odd Eyes monsters you can throw in, another Smile Source if you want to make that a little more consistent, although it can be bricky on occasion. Got yourself a scale of 9 that you could use, but, Soul Pendulum does the same thing, so this is only if you feel like you want more scale 9s, you don't want to run more Soul Pendulums. There's this tech that I was considering for a while, Laughing Puffin, just because you can summon it for the space up spell traps on the field, and that's what pendulum scales count as. So if you want just extra swarming, this could be a thing to take a look at. You also have things like Cyber's Quantum Dragon, which again is just a synchro monster that you can make on occasion in this deck. It's pretty good when you have a link on side with it, but otherwise, takes a little bit of effort to make. So that's all up to you. Got things like Appaloosa if you want more negates, but we have plenty of negates in my opinion. You got Pendulum Exceeds if you want to put some more Exceeds in here. Get yourselves your 2 7-level monsters and then make yourself an Absolute Dragon. That's something you could do. You got Pendulum Call if you want to put some Magician monsters, but that clashes a little bit, so I wouldn't recommend that as much. You have Extra Pendulum, which I should Pendulum summon again if you couldn't tell. But Soul Pendulum lets you do the same thing, so not as important. Pot can be useful because we do discard a few times. Sometimes you actually have some Pendulums in the grave, so this can be useful for recovery. And lastly, Spiral Flame Strike, just for more searching of Odd Eyes and doing stuff with Odd Eyes shenanigans. So, there's the deck. Let's go ahead and EDO Pro. Show off the deck in all of its glory. Have ourselves a good time. And see how it goes. Alright, here our first opponent. Another day, another card game. And we're going to go on into it and see what we got. Me, I'm not a pro Pendulum player. It's one of the one summoning types I'm not great at. But you know what? We're going to muddle through. We're going to see what hands we get. We're going to do our best. We're going to do our best. My opponent, having some hand trouble. But maybe we can help him with that. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so we're going to activate Smile Sorcerer. He is the mainstay of this deck. He has many things he can do, and we're going to try to do all those things thanks to Soulful Pendulum. And so we're going to activate Soulful Pendulum. This makes it so that all my monsters get attack. When I do some Pendulum summoning, they're going to gain some attack points. And who do I want to activate? Let's activate Gentrude. Yes, because he's a nice scale of 8. So we're going to use Smile Sorcerer's effect. We're just going to summon everybody. We'll summon out our Chronograph Sorcerer, summoning out our Harmonizing Wizard, and we're going to summon out the Pendulum Sorcerer. This is going to activate both of their effects, so now I get to blow up 2 cards. In this case, I'll blow up Gentrude, because I can get any scale I want, and I'm going to blow up Chronograph. I do need to blow up a monster on my board for this. And we're going to activate Harmonize the Magician's effect. This is why I can do summon out Black Fang for Synchros. Synchros and what have you. So let's go ahead and activate more things. Let's go ahead and get... What do we want? Let's see. I have it normal summon. So let's get Synchron and another Smile Sorcerer. That'll work. That'll work just fine. So because a monster of ours with an attack bigger than its normal attack gets destroyed, Smile Sorcerer goes off. He'll summon himself. And Gentrude will put whatever scale I like into the zone. In this case, let's go ahead. And who do I want right now? That is like really good question. I have many an option. No. That doesn't work. Let's just get a Dissolver for now. I can blow it up later if need be. So we're going to summon out our Smile Sorcerer. And he's going to add Smile World. Smile World gives all monsters on the field 100 attack for every monster on the field. And normally I could draw a bunch of cards if all I had is Odd Eyes and things. Oh wait, no. If every monster had Performapal or an Odd Eyes or a Magician Pendulum monster. Yeah, I could draw 4. That is an option, but then I can't summon anything else. You know what? Why not? I just want to show off the draw part of this. You know, I can just draw out of the wazoo. And we're going to activate our Pendulum Dragon for now. That way I can just change my scales. You know, I could have done more. I could have put on like a bunch of negates and things, but then I'm like, I could do that later. I'll do that later. And so I can't summon anything else because of Smile Sorcerer. We are just going to end our turn. That'll be good enough. You know what? I could have done more. I could have done many more things. But you know what? Sometimes there's only so much you can do in life. So, I do have something to tell you guys. A little bit of bad news. As we wait for our mirror match to keep going. Our mirror match. Very cool. Very cool. Tomorrow's stream is unfortunately canceled. The 10:15 me playing, what was it? Legendary Fisherman was going to be the stream. I'm gonna have to cancel, guys. Not because of me, it's because of family. Okay? My father, he recently got diagnosed with cancer. Yeah. It's, like, he's gonna be trying for treatment, which is great. But I don't have a lot of good memories of, you know, doctors treating cancer, let's put it that way. So, you know, I got to spend more time with him. And so, you know, he's got his favorite baseball game on tomorrow. So I just want to sit there with him, and it's at 7:30, which is the time of the stream. So I'm just going to prioritize. I'm sorry. I'm not saying I don't care about you guys. It's just family comes first. So I apologize for, you know, interrupting that for you guys. If you were looking forward to kicking my butt, I love it when you guys kick my butt. It's just this time I need to prioritize that. So I hope you all understand. And, you know, this isn't going to interrupt the other streams. It's not going to interrupt... it's not going to interrupt the roulette stream next week with Alter Memphis. It's not going to interrupt the Final Fantasy streams or the Castlevania stream, any of that stuff. This is something that needs doing. So I hope you understand. All right, well, now that that is understood, let's go for Astrograph Sorcerer here. Yeah, my opponent blew up my thing, so I can summon an Astrograph. I can also summon Chronograph, but I can save this dude for later. I can save this dude for after I get my butt handed to me. So I am going to take a fair amount of damage. Wait for the second attack. What does this do? Summon a high-level dude. No, wait on that. So he's gonna bring back the Pegasus? Indeed. Oh, I put it in defense mode. Oh yeah, it's supposed to be in defense mode. I'm dumb. Okay, that's okay. It's okay. I still have my scales where I like them, so he might think he stopped me with Soul Pendulum, but it's all good. So he can, okay, he can potentially make Vortex Dragon, which I do need to watch out for. But I can do the fusion. How can I do the fusion? Oh, Astrograph Sorcerer. Let me think about this. So let us activate Odd Eyes Dissolver. Summon out Vortex Dragon. We'll use Astrograph Sorcerer and our Odd Eyes Synchron we have. That'll activate our dude. We'll shuffle back Absolute Toot Dragon. Alright, let's take care of that problem. So, what does this do? Let's see. If another card is destroyed by our opponent's card effect. Okay, so I gotta bounce this somehow. I can do that pretty easily, actually. So, yeah, let's special summon just a lot of things. So summon out Sorcerer, Chronograph. Yeah, Chronograph. And then... do I want to blow up anything? Not especially. But I'll have a tuner there, so... yeah, I'll just bring out the others. Let's just bring out all the Smile Sorcerers. Lots of smiles. Lots of smiles in the face of life and death. Alright, so we'll summon out our Smile Sorcerers. We're not going to be using the effect this turn, because as much as I would like to draw more cards, I need to, you know, be a bit more productive. So, you're level 8, that's great. Let's summon Farth. He who shall not be named. Summon Voldemort in attack mode, and then we're going to use his effect to spin back the Advanced Dragon into the deck. So no Ignister Dragon. On top of all this, I happen to have Odd Eye Synchron. Who, when he's summoned, I can actually bring back a low-level monster. And my opponent will surrender, but I was about to OTK him, so understandable. So, yeah, this is the power of this deck. I mean, you know, that was nice to see a little bit of a mirror match. A little mirror match action is cool. And you got to see some of the power of this deck. You know, we draw a lot with this deck. You get limited to what you can do in the same turn. Like, you can make Vortex, and that's like the only extra deck thing I really put in here to make on top of that. But we have other things, you know, Unicorn and Baron de Fleur, and I could have made Axis Code Talker. Yeah, we could do that sort of thing with this deck. So, good for showcase of first duel. Let's go for duel 2, and do a little bit more of that. Yeah, it sounds like a good idea. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. And show off a few more of the combos that we can do with this deck. Because there's still quite a few monsters we can summon in here. And we'll do our best to do so. Alrighty, what do we have? Okay, well, it's not great. It's also not terrible. I mean, I've got Gentrude. I don't have much else, but at least I've got Gentrude. So, you know, I can do the Sky Iris thing, and things will be good. Put a smile on our faces. That's a very forced smile, but you get the idea. We got ourselves a smoil there. So, what do we want here? I think we have to go very bare bone basic with this one, folks. I do not have much. But I do have Gentrude, so I just put whatever scale I want. What scale do I want on the board? I guess I could make Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon. That's something. It ain't much, but at the very least, it's something that gives me some interaction there. So, let us... do I get Soul Pendulum now, or do I get Pendulum Sorcerer? Let's get Pendulum Sorcerer for now. I prefer, you know, the Soul Pendulum is more for when I actually have Smile Sorcerer. So, I'll go ahead and fuse into Vortex Dragon. And... boom. And a boom. Summon that boy. I probably should have summoned Vortex Dragon first, but it's okay. Target face of multiple controls. Okay. It's fine. Little misplay there. Well, I think we made more or less the best out of that hand. It wasn't a great hand, but it was a hand that at least lets us have something. Traptrix. I see. The new Traptrix support is indeed here, people. We do need to be on the lookout for that stuff. We do, because that is a new thing. Traptrix got a whole bunch of new support. And so keeping their monsters off the board is kind of important now. Because, like, you know, if he has a trap and he can play that trap, he's gonna beat me up with that trap. Dark Sacrifice. You'll probably have a card that would destroy a card, negate, then send a dark from deck to grave. Interesting. That's it. Okay. Okay. What are you going to do with that? Backjack. Oh, backjack. I see. That's like, what was it? Look at the top 3 cards. If this card's sent to the grave, look at 3 cards top of the deck, put them in whatever order. Okay. Okay. That's a thing. Let's go ahead for Skull Combat Joker. Bait out some more trap cards. You know, if my opponent doesn't have Sarah, I can run into some traps. And at the very least, interrupt some. Okay, so Floodgate Trap Hole is here now. We know this. Let me think. Where is this guy? Odd Eyes Butler. This'll work. So we're going to use Odd Eyes Butler's effect. We're going to blow up a Dissolver. Hopefully, maybe. Who knows? I knew it. Gravedigger's Hole. Gravedigger's Gas Attack. You couldn't hear that, but, you know, I lifted off my sheet there for a second. Let's put it that way. Anyway, so now I can't do the thing I wanted to do. I mean, I could Pendulum Summon Butler, but does that help me in any meaningful way? I do need to do something. I do need to do something. So, that was just awful. Now I can't do much of anything. You know what? We're gonna attack with our Skull Combat Joker and hope for the best. At this point, that's all we can do. I don't have the right scales, the right nothing. Although, to be fair, Traptrix having, like, only 2 cards in the hand, until he gets a monster, which he probably just drew because I jinxed myself, he'll be in a bad spot. Think of what I tell you. Traptrix out the wazoo. And me without anything. Without any of my things. What is the griefing for? Target a monster opponent's grave. Shuffle to the deck. Send a fiend from the deck to the grave. I guess that's just for sending backjacks, yeah. An interesting idea, for sure. Alright, so Mermello's on the board. He's gonna blow up my Sky Iris. All I can really hope at this point is that... I know Traptrix have a bunch of new Exceeds and things. And I'm trying to remember what they all do. I know one of them is like... It's unaffected by everything... Same type as the things that attach to it, and every time he blows up one of my things with one of his things, he can attach that thing to his thing. And I'm playing the pronoun game out the wazoo, but you get the idea. Okay, Sarah is on the board. That implies this must be Shade Brigadine, which I don't think he can still play it, obviously, but okay, never mind. So it is potentially not Shade Brigadine. Or if it is, he's just choosing not to play it yet. Alright, so Backjack is going to play Dynamicious, as one does. Let us attempt to blow up Dissolver. He'll probably Dynamicious and banish my Vortex Dragon, because he has no reason not to. And this is where things get tricky. So I get to add a card to my hand for all the good that will really do me. Yeah. Because now, Traptrix Sarah goes off. He gets any Traptrix. Probably going to be another Mermello, or one of the new ones, potentially. So we can blow up more of my scales. Because That is the biggest weakness to Performapals and Pendulums in general, just losing your scales. What the hell is that? What was that? Oh, it's one of those Cassatra monsters. Yeah. Waking the Dragon, okay. Mantis, alright. So, who's being summoned here? Diana, okay, interesting choice. I mean, it lets him get back a trap, so that's pretty good. That is pretty good. And then he can get another trap, so we know what this one does. This one he can't play at the moment. That one he can't play at the moment. So really, these two are the only problem children. Alrighty, so... Okay, so what we're going to do is... I need to activate Black Fang Magician. He's the only high scale I have. Then we're going to normal summon Lady Ange. Floodgate, okay. So we can get dynamite. Okay, I get that part. I mean, I get it. But, like, you could have waited for me to Pendulum Dragon. Because you can't play any of the other ones. And I really wish I could do that, but no. Target face of multiple controls, have its attack. If you had lower life points, I could do that to Sarah for more damage, but I don't. So attack into Sarah. You know, Pendulum Dragon, he does double damage, which is pretty neat. And I just need to get rid of one of these. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter who I destroy. I just gotta get rid of one of them. That's the important bit. All right. Touch and go, touch and go. Lady Ange is face down, so I can't even blow her up with my field spell. Tricky, tricky. Part of the prosperity. Turn. Give him the level 4. He doth yearn. At least I presume that's what he would go for. I mean, why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? Okay, so this wouldn't stop Pendulum Dragon, so that's cool. That is cool. I really just worry about what this has been here since turn 1, and he hasn't done anything with it. Alright, yeah, there's gonna be that dang old Murmello. I mean, it's all normal summoned, but still. Level 4 is all I need. So what else did he get? Okay, Mantis. Maybe. Sorry, what did you get? I think he got Mantis. I think, maybe. More importantly, you just get to level 4. He can make any of the rank 4s. Which one, though? And then he also gets another trap card, which is probably going to be Floodgate Trap Hole. I've played against Traptrix, and I've played with Traptrix. I kind of know what they're trying to do, for the most part. You know, set up a bunch of traps. If only I was playing spell trap removal, this would not be an issue. But I'm not. So the question is, the million-dollar question, what is going to be summoned? Will it be a Traptrix? Will it be Utopia the Lightning? Will it be Baguska? No, it's going to be Traptrix, Adipus, Traptrix, Platypus. Alright, what does this card do? Unaffected by traps. Traptrix get 1,000 attacks while you have a normal trap. Target a card, negate its effects to the end of the turn, then banish normal trap, destroy one of the face-up targeted cards. Okay. So we can blow up my field spell, basically. Alrighty, and he has to banish a trap to do this, but he has plenty of traps to do this with. And he's not even going to bother banishing them, even though he could have. Alright, well, this is going to make things a little difficult. I mean, the longer this goes, the better it goes. He loses Grave Hole, which is great for me. Alright, let me think about this. This card, Pendulum Summoned from the Hand. Does this ban... Oh, wait, where is Grave Digger? There it is. Oh, man, that's a... Oh, wait, that's a tuner still. Cannot be used as single for things unless other are magicians. Magician, pendulum, monsters. Of which this is not. Okay, if I made beyond the pendulum, though. But no, this is stuck in defense mode. That doesn't help me in any meaningful way. I could just go in defense mode. Oh, this is a hard one. This is a very difficult decision, because if I pendulum summon this, he'll flip it face down. If I pendulum both get flipped face down. That's unacceptable. I made beyond the pendulum, though. Alright, we're going to try something snarky. Let's go for Harmonizing Magician. You know, he doesn't know what I have in my extra deck. So, we know he has Floodgate. We know he has Nightmare. I'm just so unsure of what to do here. There's so many things I'd like to do and so many things I'd like to do. What does it do again? Negate and destroy me. Okay. Well, I might as well just bait out a trap, right? The biggest problem for me is just that Lady Anne just here in defense mode. And she just doesn't do me any good. So, let's just bait out more trap cards. Trap cards. See, he's stopping me, but at the same time, you're using up a lot of your stuff, my dude. Traptrix are not exactly known for the damage output. They're just more like a control bunch. I say, even as he's about to, like, annihilate Lady Ange, but that's fine. I kind of wanted her gone. He was kind of hurting. Then again, I can't pendulum summon now, except from the hand. Let's see here. Let's end our turn. I can play the stall game. I'm going to skip ahead, though. Because obviously I don't want you guys to have to sit there waiting, and I just realized I could have blown stuff up and used Sky Iris this whole time. I'm going to skip ahead until stuff happens. You know, I'm just going to wait until stuff happens, we get some things, we're able to out our opponent's board. You know, it won't take too long. I'll be right back. Alright, I think it's time to give this a shot. We're going to go ahead and pendulum summon just 2 monsters. We're going to take it nice and slow. Summon out some pendulum monsters. And I still can't beat over everything. I could summon out Absolute Toot Dragon. But before we do that, let's just attack. Let's just see what my opponent has to offer us. Fiend Griefing again. Okay. Again with the Backjack. Again with the Backjack and the Oleanoids. Alright. I mean, it's something. Yeah, continue the onslaught against an Acrophobia. Do some damage. Get rid of another trap card. I think slowly but surely we are wearing our opponent down. I just need to wait another couple of turns. I just need to be patient. It's kind of like playing Elden Ring. You know, I've been playing that off screen. I've been training against that Tree Sentinel. I'm happy to say I can get him down almost 1/4 of his health now. I'm getting better. I've only played like it's been a couple weeks, but I've only had so much time. But I played like an hour and a half, and I'm already getting better, I'd say. So by the time of the next Elden Ring stream, definitely going to be able to beat that guy. But yeah, let's go ahead and skip one more time until like the actual butt kicking happen. Actually, no, I think we'll be fine. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. Problem is this thing. I can't blow it up with anything. I could, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm dumb. I can just do this. I can just do that. Tribute summon. I bet you've never seen that stuff before. Alright. Well, he's got the... what's it called? The thing protecting the traps again, but that's... whatever? Alright. Let us pendulum summon from the extra deck. From the hand... let's just pendulum summon everything. You know what? Screw it. Screw it. I refuse. Go ahead. Floodgate trap hole me again. I dare you. Alright. So. How many spells do I have? I could make Selene the Queen get another monster and then make access code talker. 1, 2, 3, and then 2 more, and then make access code talker, which would certainly blow up everything. I'm just feeling that that's a little overkill. We'll just hope that he doesn't happen to have Stormy Mirror Force and just go for it. So we'll make our abomination and go for it. Nothing? Okay. I was expecting something, but I guess I was wrong. Alrighty, well, unless there's a storming waiting for me, I think that's game. So, good effort by the Traptrix player. I like that he was trying the new stuff, but unfortunately for him, he had some poor choices of trap placement. So, you gotta watch that stuff. So, let's go for one more. This was a bit longer, so we'll try just one more duel. Hopefully it's a quick one. And so, let's go for one more duel to show off just a little bit more of the deck, and then we'll head to the end screen. Alrighty, the third and final opponent, the Fighting Third. As we get into it, in those glorious sleeves, you know, I just looked at the sleeves and I was like, there's really nothing to change about Smile World, you know? Just leave it as is. I didn't do anything to these sleeves. Look up, it's just exactly like the background. So, that aside, the opening hand, pretty good. I've got my Soulful Pendulum. I've got my Gold Cravat Joker. So I'll be able to do many a thing. So let's go ahead and add... I need scales, I just realized. I need some of those. Let's get Smile Sorcerer. You know, this is a deck all about Smile Sorcerer. Might as well get him again. But I don't have any scales, really. But I can get a scale. I can get a scale. It's not that hard. So, we're going to go ahead and get our Arc Pendulum Dragon. And, let's see. Magician, yep. So, we'll activate Arc Pendulum Dragon. And, yeah, we are perfectly in line. So, let's summon a couple monsters. Be like, hello. Nice to meet you. And we are going to have to blow up Sorcerer. And... I guess Skull Cravat Joker, unfortunately. I don't really want to, but I have to go to Sorcerer in order to do things. So, let's get a couple of dudes for later. Just in case. And we'll go ahead and activate Smile Sorcerer's effect. Bring him out. He's going to give us some more fangs. Get us our Smile World. And... okay. I mean, it's not going to be perfect, but I can do stuff. I can do things. Let's go ahead and fusion summon. Let's make Vortex Dragon. We'll make that boy. And then... yeah, we'll go and use Smile. I want to draw 2. I want to pretend like this is Pot of Greed, and it's 2001 or 2, or whenever last time Pot of Greed was free. You know what? Cyber Jar just got unbanned. I feel like it's time to unban Pot of Greed. I'm just saying. We gotta make room for all those busted new cards. Bring back the old busted cards, says I. Says I, bring me back the broken shit. Alright, what is this thing doing? Evil Eye. Alright. Evil Eye. That's that archetype that's all about the equip spell, correct? Yes. So he gets the monster card, which I suppose I should stop the E monster, right? I think so. I don't remember. He probably has a response to this in some way, or this thing. Banish this field. Okay, but I can still negate the thing that searches your main play starter. Unless this does something else. Let's see. During the opponent's turn, you can immediately detect result. Link summoning Evil Eye using materials you control. When you do, you can treat Evil Eye equips as Evil Eye monsters. Okay. Lord, how long has it been since I played Evil Eye? It's been years since I played this deck. It's an oldie. but a goodie. Let's see here. So let's special summon. Oh, wait. No, I don't want to special summon anybody, do I? No, I don't. Because if I do, nothing good will happen. Not really. Because these are, you know, the chronograph, the astrograph, they're not included with Smile Sorcerer. His smiles are for a surprisingly limited audience, which, while it makes sense, is also kind of suspicious. Kind of sus. Like them kids say nowadays. Things that are sus. Oh, and my opponent has surrendered. Regrettably. Very regrettable. But, you know, I guess my opponent realized that they weren't getting around the Vortex Dragon anytime soon. And I guess they figured I was going to wombo my combo, which I really wasn't going to do. I was going to do a little bit of damage and then draw a bunch of cards. That was really the extent of my play this turn. But sometimes this happens. So let's go ahead for the end screen, and we'll talk more about this deck here. Alrighty, everybody. Smile, Odd Eyes, Combo Wombo. We got ourselves some nice duels today. Some longer duels, some shorter duels. We got to show off a lot of what this deck can do, but there's a lot more that we didn't get to show off. Like, I never summoned Trish. That would have been cool if I had summoned Trish, but that didn't happen today. We had, you know, Borreload was there, Draco Berserker there. We had some little things we didn't make into, but, you know, such things happen. But we got to show off a lot of what this deck can do. You got to see the draw engine of Smile Sorcerer. Limited though it is, it's actually pretty nice. So, hope you enjoyed. Again, I'm sorry about the canceled stream. I'll make it up, you know, when it's time for Elden Ring and, you know, more streams in November. You get it. You know, sometimes things happen in life, and you got to take care of things. So, hope you all understand. I'll see you guys again next time. I guess I'll do Legendary Fisherman next, and then I'm also going to try the new Traptrix stuff. You know, I'll probably do Traptrix first because it'll be, like, more or less fresh. But then I'll do the fish deck at some point. And don't forget, next week will be the other stream with the randomized wheel, and that'll be fun. So thanks for watching. Your boy Memphis is signing out. I'll see you guys again next time. Take care.